Rumi is widely regarded as one of the greatest poets and spiritual figures in Islamic history. Born in 1207 in the city of Balkh, which is now Afghanistan, Rumi spent most of his life in Konya, Turkey, where his family had fled in the wake of the Mongol invasion. His father, Bahadur Walad, was a renowned scholar and Sufi master who played an important role in Rumi's education and spiritual development. As a young boy, Rumi received his early education in Konya, where he studied Islamic jurisprudence, theology, and Arabic grammar. He also studied under several other renowned scholars of his time, including Burhan al-Din al-Marghanani and Najm al-Din Kubra. Under their guidance, Rumi became proficient in various fields of knowledge, including theology, philosophy, and literature. However, it was the arrival of the Sufi dervish Shams al-Din Tabrizi that had the greatest impact on Rumi's life and work. Shams was a wandering mystic who had traveled from Tabriz, Iran, to Konya in search of a spiritual companion. When he met Rumi, the two men formed an intense spiritual bond that would transform Rumi's life and work. Under Shams' guidance, Rumi experienced profound spiritual insights and wrote some of his most famous poetry. Shams encouraged Rumi to abandon his scholarly pursuits and embrace a life of devotion to God. He also taught Rumi the practice of whirling, a form of ecstatic dance and meditation that became a hallmark of the Mevlevi Order, the Sufi order that Rumi founded later in life. Despite the deep spiritual connection between Rumi and Shams, their relationship was met with opposition from many in the community, including Rumi's own family. Some saw Shams as a disruptive influence who had turned Rumi away from his scholarly pursuits, while others were envious of the close bond between the two men. In 1247, Shams disappeared under mysterious circumstances, leaving Rumi heartbroken and despondent. In the aftermath of Shams' departure, Rumi wrote a series of poems that express his grief and longing for his beloved friend and mentor. These poems, known as the Shams-i Tabrizi Divan, are some of Rumi's most poignant and emotionally charged works. Despite his grief, Rumi continued to write poetry and teach, attracting a devoted following of students and disciples. In 1273, he passed away in Konya, leaving behind a vast body of work that would continue to inspire and captivate readers for centuries to come. Rumi's poetry is characterized by its mystical themes and imagery, as well as its passionate and ecstatic tone. His works explore a wide range of spiritual and moral themes, including love, devotion, and the search for God. Many of his poems are written in the form of ghazals, a traditional Persian poetic form that consists of rhyming couplets and a refrain. One of Rumi's most famous works is the Divan-e-Shams-e Tabrizi, a collection of poetry dedicated to Shams al-Din Tabrizi. The Divan is considered one of the greatest works of Persian literature and has been translated into many languages. It consists of over 40,000 verses and covers a wide range of themes, from love and longing to the nature of God and the mysteries of the universe. Another major work by Rumi is the Masnavi, a 6-volume poem that explores a wide range of spiritual and moral themes. The Masnavi is written in rhyming couplets and consists of stories, anecdotes, and parables that illustrate the teachings of Islam and Sufism. The Masnavi is considered one of the greatest works of Sufi literature and has been compared to the Quran in terms of its spiritual significance. Rumi's poetry has had a profound impact on Islamic and world literature, inspiring countless writers and poets over the centuries. His work has also been a source of spiritual guidance and inspiration for millions of people around the world, regardless of their religious or cultural background. In addition to his poetry, Rumi is also known for founding the Mevlevi Order, a Sufi order that is famous for its practice of whirling, or Sema. This practice involves a form of ecstatic dance and meditation that is intended to help participants connect with God and achieve spiritual purification. The Mevlevi Order became one of the most influential Sufi orders in the Islamic world, and its members were known for their spiritual devotion and asceticism. The order also became a major cultural and artistic force, producing some of the most beautiful and intricate music, calligraphy, and visual art of the Islamic world. Despite his profound impact on Islamic and world literature, Rumi's legacy was largely forgotten in the Islamic world for many centuries after his death. It was only in the 20th century, with the rise of the modernist movement in Islamic thought, that Rumi's work began to be rediscovered and celebrated. Today, Rumi's poetry continues to inspire and captivate readers around the world, and his legacy as a great mystic and poet of Islam is secure. His works remind us of the power of spiritual devotion and the universal human longing for meaning and transcendence. In terms of his personal life, Rumi experienced many stages of transformation and growth throughout his lifetime. His early years were marked by a rigorous education in Islamic scholarship, followed by a period of intense spiritual searching and exploration under the guidance of Shams al-Din Tabrizi. After Shams' departure, Rumi experienced a period of profound grief and longing that inspired some of his most powerful and emotional poetry. He also continued to teach and write, attracting a devoted following of students and disciples. Later in life, Rumi founded the Mevlevi Order and became a revered spiritual leader and teacher. He spent much of his time in prayer and contemplation, and his teachings and writings continued to inspire generations of seekers long after his death. Overall, Rumi's life and work offer a powerful testament to the enduring power of spiritual devotion and the universal human longing for meaning and transcendence. His poetry continues to inspire and captivate readers around the world, reminding us of the deep spiritual truths that lie at the heart of the human experience.
Thanks for watching. Please subscribe and like for more informative videos.